Hi, I'm Abby. Welcome to my New York City kitchen, where today we're making tempeh burrito bowls. So what does that mean? I'm gonna kind of talk you through the tempeh and some other things as we go. So we'll start and we'll chat as we go. I have over here a cast iron pan. I have it on medium-low heat right now. It's been heating up for a few minutes. We wanna make sure that when we cook anything on the stove, whether it is a cast iron pan, a pot, something else, another type of skillet, it's going to be hot before we put in any fat. So in this case, our fat is some olive oil, which is going right in there. And then we want to make sure, and again, this is hot, so I'm gonna make sure that I don't burn myself and get that oil moved around. And then here I have some different spices. I have onion powder, garlic powder, salt, cumin, coriander, chili powder, and red pepper flakes. And what I'm gonna do is add these to our hot oil, and it's called blooming the spices. I'm gonna turn up our heat a little bit, but you can see our spices starting to react with that oil. And when you cook the spices a little bit in this way, it's called blooming because it develops those flavors. So the oils and the spices, all of that, they're gonna get a little toasty, and it'll really help develop our flavors. Then I have some pepper and red onion. That's gonna go in here as well. And since this is a bowl, you can use whatever veggies you like. So I had red onion and peppers, and those I enjoy. You could also put zucchini in here. You could put carrots in here. Whatever you like is going to taste good. So we're just gonna mix these around, make sure we've got about medium heat now, and I'm gonna let these saute a bit. And then we're gonna talk about our tempeh. So we're doing plant forward, right? And this is all going to be a vegan meal. But instead of saying plant-based, I prefer to say plant forward for those of us who are not vegan. So tempeh is a vegan soy product. So it is essentially fermented soybeans. So what you'll find is a package in your local grocery store. And what I always recommend doing first is steaming or microwaving this tempeh. You can do it in the full block. You can cut it into pieces first. Whatever you want to do is going to work well. So if you steam it on a stovetop, you just put some water in a pan, steamer on top, put the tempeh in there, cover it up 10 to 15 minutes, or you can put it into a bowl with some water, put a top on it, and microwave it. So obviously a microwave safe bowl. And if you microwave it, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. But what that does is it pulls out any bitterness. Some people have a reaction if that is not done and they think tempeh tastes bitter. But once you have done that, it takes out all the bitterness, and it's actually super flavorful. It tastes very nutty and has a really great texture. So we're gonna take that tempeh and we're gonna add that to our bowl, our skillet here as well. And just like tofu, that tempeh is going to take on some other flavors. So it will take on some of these spices that we have going on in here. Just like so. And we really just want to warm everything through, make sure those veggies are sauteed, but still crispy. And I am going to also use some corn. So I'm gonna put some of that corn in here also. I find that the corn helps to appeal to a kid. If you're cooking for your family, kids often love corn as a good gateway vegetable. So throw a little corn in there. Okay, and I'm gonna let this kind of cook for a minute, and then we're gonna talk about the rest of the things out in front of us. So we're gonna make our own vinaigrette for this too, and you can make a double batch, a triple batch, just this one batch, but there should be some extra. It's great to just keep in the fridge. It should stay for like a month. What I've done here is I have red wine vinegar. These are cumin seeds that I toasted first. So those are going in. Then I have a little bit of honey, just to kind of smooth things out. This is salt and red pepper flakes. And then I have a little oil. This is this is olive oil, but you could also use vegetable oil. And then I have some lime juice in here also. So it's kind of like a nice, smoky, southwestern red wine vinaigrette that we're making. Just move these out of the way. And you can see I've made about a cup of dressing here. So we're only doing a couple servings right now, or even your own personal bowl with some leftovers. So definitely that cup of dressing is gonna take you pretty far. All right, so you can see that all of these are nice and cooked through. That tempeh should be warmed through right now as well. And it's definitely taken on some of those spices and the flavors that we cooked this with. So I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna move this to the side, and I'm gonna grab a serving dish. So we're making a grain bowl. So I'm gonna kind of make it a little composed plate so we can see how we're gonna put it together. I had some cooked millet, so I'm going to put some millet in here. Millet is a gluten-free grain. It's a whole grain, so lots of great plant-based protein and fiber. You could use rice, brown rice, farro, quinoa, whatever you like is gonna taste good. Then I have here some baby spinach. You could use baby spinach, baby kale, chopped lettuce, whatever you like. It's gonna taste good. And then I have some cherry tomatoes that we've sliced in half. And of course, our beautiful dressing. So I'm just gonna put some of this dressing over the top. And as I mentioned before, I'm making it kind of more of a composed bowl, but you could just throw everything in a bowl and toss it together. Whatever you wanna do is gonna work great. And then, of course, we need to put in some of our mixture from over here. So we have that tempeh, some of that corn, those red onions and red peppers. Looks so nice. Gorgeous. And then the final thing we have here is our avocado. So this one was super ripe. I'm gonna just kind of fan out some of these beautiful slices here. Gorgeous. So as I mentioned before, tempeh is a fermented soy bean. So this is a complete meal. If you are vegan, you have everything you need here. You have your complex carbohydrates, your protein, and your healthy fats. Tons of veggies, and it's a perfect lunch or dinner. And of course, we can save this. You could have this every day for the next few days. Great family meal, great to take to work or to school. Yeah, but there you go. Once again, I'm Abby. This is my tempeh burrito bowl. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.